Welcome to Dr Joe Unplugged. This podcast contains general information and is not in any way medical advice. A report on medical news today, writing up an article that was published in JAMA, which is the Journal of the American Medical Association, Pediatrics. Headline, drinking fruit juice daily may lead to weight gain, particularly in children. Quote, fruit juice is often advocated as an easy way to get one of your 5 a day, and we're talking about the 2 and 5 with fruits and vegetables. However, it's high in sugar, and although it contains vitamins and some micronutrients, does not have the dietary fibre of whole fruit. Now, an analysis of studies has found that drinking a glass of fruit juice every day is linked to weight gain in children and some adults. Ouch. This is interesting. This is an area that, for those of you who might have followed my blog over the years, I've touched on. Fruit juice has this saintly halo about it because it's fruit and therefore it's meant to be good for us. And if you go to the supermarket, you'll often find that the fruit juice will have variably ticks or stars or elephant stamps on it. However, there is a problem. 250 ml serving of orange juice contains 22 grams or 4.5 teaspoons of sugar, which means that 500 ml has 9 teaspoons of sugar. That's actually quite a lot. Glass of water has 0 teaspoons of sugar. Now, fruit is good for us in as much as, yes, it does have vitamins and minerals, and whole fruit has fibre. A figure I was given some years ago, and unfortunately I don't have the exact source, but you can probably verify this yourself at home just by trial and error. A glass of apple or orange juice will typically take about 4 to 5 apples or oranges to create. So this means you are getting the sugars from 4 or 5 apples or oranges. Again, depends on size. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 6, but you are not getting the fibre. More critically, perhaps, than that, if you ate 4 apples, which most people probably wouldn't do at one sitting, you're going to be fairly full. You're not going to feel like eating much for a little while. If you have a glass of apple juice, that hasn't stopped you being hungry. So you're probably going to still have something else because it has not filled you up in the way that 4 apples will. So juicing fruits, and again, it's not wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong if you want to have a glass of fruit juice now and again. But if that is your staple, then you are getting the concentrated sugars. You are much better off to have a glass of water and variably an apple or an orange or a banana, whatever your favourite fruit is, because the water is giving you the liquid, so it's quenching your thirst, whereas the whole fruit is giving you the satiety, or satiety as some people pronounce it, which means that it is more likely to fill you up. Again, not saying that an apple by itself will necessarily mean you're no longer hungry, but it's going to go a lot closer to it than a glass of apple juice. So this study, and again, for those that are interested, we'll put the link at the bottom, does show that there is an association between a daily glass of fruit juice in children and weight gain. And that's probably not surprising because it is giving them additional calories that a glass of water is not going to provide. And also, if the glass of fruit juice is seen as a way of getting a fruit serve and therefore you don't actually have whole fruit, it's not actually encouraging good habits. Now, immediately, I know some of the parents out there listening are going to say it's difficult to get my kid to eat fruit, and I understand that. And, I'm a parent as well. Those years are a little bit in the past. But you just need to persevere, and you can certainly create good habits at an early stage. You get a child into the habit of their go-to drink being variably fruit juice or soft drink or choc milk, then that's a habit that gets established. And it is much more difficult can be done, but it is more difficult to break those habits than not establish them in the first place. We've all got different tastes. Not everybody likes apples, not everybody likes oranges. Some people prefer pears, some people prefer bananas. That's fine. Seasonal fruits are good part of a diet for adults and children. But consistently drinking liquid that has higher amounts of sugar that doesn't fill us up is not good, and it's not good habits to get into. So, if you go out for dinner or for a treat, and that can be a time perhaps when you can have a fruit juice, that's quite reasonable and a good idea. Absolutely not knocking that, but that's different to having it as the go-to drink in the fridge every day. So the main drink Adult or child, any age, make it water. Thanks for listening to Dr. Joe Unplugged. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe, like, and share. You can also follow it on all the socials. There'll be new content uploaded each week.